Hey y'all, LivingCooper, LivingCooper.com. Look what Pop's got. Today I got a Coop simple review for you of the new Craftsman Weed Whacker multi-yard tool that came with the Trimmer Plus. You got a deal today at Lowe's. You spend over 130 bucks and you get a free attachment. So we bought us a new 4-cycle Craftsman Weed Whacker multi-yard tool. You got the brush Trimmer Plus free. Now you guys know, you've probably seen, hopefully you've seen my how-to on how to fix your Troy-Bilt 4-cycle. I've got 2 videos, one with the primer ball and one with the fuel lines. And I've had this thing for about 12 years and it's been great, but it's old, getting worn out, and I couldn't get it to stay running last year or anything, so I think I'm gonna have to do some more work on it. Probably gonna try to figure it out and sell the thing. So since we were walking around Lowe's and we found this Craftsman Weed Whacker multi-yard tool, and it's made by the same people as the Troy-Bilt, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same standard of quality. And they had the special where you get the accessory free. I've already got the pole saw, so all these accessories that I have that will fit on the Troy-Bilt will fit on the Craftsman as well. So I already had the pole saw, got the edger, and then a little extension. So I've got all of that for the Troy-Bilt, and they should fit the Craftsman. So we're going to take a look at the Craftsman today. You may have seen my video on the Worx review for Nana. Really, I guess it was Nana's review of what she thought of the Worx GT Revolution blower combo. It's okay for very light duty, but not for what I normally do, especially at the beginning of the year. Y'all know I travel a lot, we talked about that, and so that's why we got Nana this thing, so when I'm on the road, she can still kind of do some yard maintenance, even though I'm not around. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at this Craftsman. Now, I haven't opened this up, I really hadn't even read the box too closely to see what all comes in this box. So we're going to find out together. So here's the Weed Eater, Weed Whacker attachment, as they call it, a Weed Whacker attachment. And here's a bag of goodies. Here's the 4-cycle engine. Now this is a 4-cycle 30cc engine, and one thing I like about it already is it's only 2 steps. You press the primer button 10 times and then you fire it up. On my Troy-Bilt that I had, it had a little choke switch, but this one eliminated that step, so you don't have to worry about that switch. It's an automatic choke. Got some instructions. Alright, so here's the unit. It comes with a shoulder strap, so you can kind of rest it on your shoulders. An okay strap. I've seen much better. I guess at least it's got one. My Troy-Bilt didn't have one. Then it goes with an extra handle to go on the front, so we'll put that on. And like I said, a Weed Eater attachment, and then a guard, and we'll put the guard on. Then it comes with this little piece that replaces your Weed Eater head, so you can get rid of the string and go with these heavy duty blades. And we'll take a closer look at that here in a little bit. Alright, so let's put this thing together. Keep watching. Okay y'all, we're going to put this together now. Put this together, we're going to put this forward grip handle. Just need a flathead screwdriver, or maybe looks like 3/8 or 7/16 nut driver you could use on there as well. I'm just using a little flathead screwdriver. We'll pull that off, it's got a little nylox in there, and then we'll just snap it on, just like that. Snapped on, and I'm just kind of putting this in place. I'm probably going to have to adjust it once I get this thing together. Now, I can tell you this handle really doesn't seem to be as nice as the handle I have on my Troy-Bilt. It would tend, of course it didn't do this all the time. When I first started using it, it didn't move on me. But over time has gone by, using it, you know, it's kind of loosened up, and so the handle kind of works its way around. We'll see if this one does the same thing or not. At least this one's only got one little bolt that you have to tighten to hold it in place, whereas the Troy-Bilt had like 4 screws in it that kind of held it in place. Now we'll put the guard here on the Weed Whacker portion. This is a 17-inch cut. They also have one that's a 18-inch cut, but I couldn't see justifying the extra money for it, because this is a 30cc, and that one that had the 18-inch cut on it was only a 25cc. So, okay, so this thing just has a little wing nut on there, and then it goes right in here. This piece is, I don't know why you can see that, but it's riveted to this shaft. So we'll just take this piece, slips right in there like that, folds over, got a flat washer that goes on it, and then you put the wing nut back on. Tighten that down. Now this also came with a little cap that goes onto the ends of your extensions, a little hanger clip cap. So when you're not using the extensions, it's for storage of your extensions. Hangs on there just like that. Alright, so to put the attachment on, it just slips right in, just like that, locks in place. And then you have a kind of a wing nut there to lock it down, lock it into place. This unit came with some 4-cycle small engine oil, HD SAE 30 weight oil. So we'll go ahead and put the oil in it. And to put the oil in it, the oil goes in the back right here. So if you notice on the back here, it says electric start. They have an electric starter that you can plug in there, and it's battery powered, and give it a squeeze and it spins it up so that you don't have to pull the string to start it. This is your oil well right here, and I don't know what's in it, so let me do it this way. Let me take this attachment back off. I don't know if they sent any oil in it, so I want to make sure I have it upright so that if there is oil in it, none spills out. So you'll just open the oil cap, just like that. And yeah, there's no oil in it, so it's empty. So we'll go ahead and pour oil in it.
Pop's favorite tool right there.
Alright, now we'll go ahead and put the oil in. Alright, so there's the oil. That doesn't seem like very much oil, but that's all that came with it, so I'm assuming that's enough. Okay, so I don't think you can read this, and I don't want to get too much closer, but this shows you how to tell if you have enough oil in the unit or not. So you take the oil filler cap off, and then you look inside, and essentially the oil line should be right even with the bottom of the hole there. Right even with the bottom of the hole. It's kind of hard to see. And I'm assuming this should probably actually be on a level surface. Alright, so I took a flashlight, shined it in there, and yes, there is enough oil. So that little bitty oil bottle that they sent is enough. Well, let me put this back together. Screw down the little thumb wheel, wing nut, and then let's look at this unit. This unit is a 4-cycle engine, 30 cc's, like I said earlier, which means that it's no required, you don't have to put mixed gas in it. It's just regular gas, unleaded gasoline. For you old timers, you know the difference between leaded and unleaded. Regular unleaded gasoline, and it says a maximum of 10% ethanol. So you don't want to put the ethanol mixed stuff in here. A maximum of 10% ethanol. And it is electric start capable, like we talked about. And it has the different attachments that you can put on it. And then it's got the easy, what I call the easy start. It's got an automatic choke system, what they call a 2-step start. And the 2-step start is you squeeze your power bulb 10 pumps, about 10 pumps. It doesn't necessarily have to be 10. Sometimes it could be more than 10. It just depends. It just depends until you fill your power bulb. Once your power bulb is full and you got your start-stop switch right here, then you just pull your string to start it. This is the trigger, the throttle trigger. And so you can see that the trigger right here will not move until you press this safety in. Once you press that safety in, then your throttle trigger will move. And then of course it's got the off-on switch right here. And on my Troy built, this switch quit working, but it was no big deal because I just flipped the switch and choke it out. It didn't really bother me at all. All right, we're gonna get some gas in this thing, and then we're gonna fire it up and use it. We'll save this little blade setup for another day, but for right now, we're gonna use it like the weed whacker that it is, and then maybe we'll use the edger later on. Our yard's looking pretty shabby. Nana's gonna mow, and then I'm gonna edge and weed. All right, keep watching. Okay y'all, so I've seen some weed eating, now let's try some edging. I'm going to switch this weed eater attachment out for the edging attachment. So to do that, you just loosen up the old wing nut here, just like that. And you depress this little button right here, and then, well, if I do it this way, and then kind of give it a little twist when you depress it. There we go. And then just pull it out, just like that. So now we'll just put our edger attachment in, that's the little cap, so you can hang it by. Pull that right off. And then just slips right in, just like you took the other one out. Snaps in there, tighten up the old wing nut, and now we're ready to go do some edging. Keep watching. Okay, y'all, we're going to use the pole attachment now. You've seen the weeder and the edger, and we're going to do some tree trimming on Nana's peach trees. Some things are loaded down and they're way too tall, so we're going to do some trimming on that. So this pole saw comes with an extra extension, and just like the edger, it just snaps in, that little push button slips right in, like that. We'll tighten it down, and then we'll put in the saw section. Alright, so we'll just slip the whole saw attachment in, just like that, same way, tighten it down, and now we're ready to go. So I'm going to switch over to this little, what they call blade head. I guess maybe like a little lower blade head or whatever you want to call it. It just snaps right in there. You saw me pop the element off. Just snaps right in.
Click it or pick it.
Just like that. Okay, y'all, you know I got this brush trimmer as a freebie extra for getting the Craftsman Weed Whacker multi-tool. So we're going to switch over to this brush cutter by Trimmer Plus and see if it'll do a better job of getting some of that thicker brush out of there. One thing I noticed I don't really care for is I keep getting grass and stuff wrapped up around this head, and it kind of slows it down and you have to stop and clean it. Alright, let's open up this brush cutter. Alright, here it is. There's the brush cutter blade on the bottom. So you got another handle, front handle. Give you a little more control. I'm not going to put that on for this project. You got a little hanger so you can plug it in here just like that. Be hanging on a hook. Not sure what this is, but we'll look and see. Got another, this is a clip or a strap, which the Craftsman comes with a strap on it. You got to remember this is made by Trimmer Plus, and it's universal for several different brands that they make. I guess that MTD is actually the manufacturer. Several different brands that they make, so it may be for one of the other units. And once again, whatever links I can find, we'll put in the comments for your convenience. We got all this stuff at Lowe's, but if you want the convenience of a link and shopping on the interwebs, we'll put whatever link we can find down there for you. So this is called a locking rod. So this locking rod is if you need to change its blade, when you need to change it, because eventually you'll need to change it. So you got to line it up and you drop that thing in place. All right, there we go. Now it's locked in place, so you can take off the holding nut there and replace that blade when you get to a point. So that's what the locking rod is. So once again, easy enough just to change these different attachments, just like that. Pops off, switch right in, just like that. Tighten down the wing nut, and just like that, we're ready to roll. So let's go see if we can cut down some brush. Okay, y'all, there you have it. Craftsman 4-cycle 30cc Weed Whacker yard multi-tool. You saw the video of me using the Weed Eater portion and the new brush trimmer. Yeah, there's no way that Nana's little Worx could have handled any of that stuff. This is great for Nana's little maintenance stuff. If you haven't seen our video on this, check that video out. But this is for bigger stuff, like you saw. So I put on this little, I don't know what they call it. I call it a little, like a mini mower attachment, blade mower attachment. You saw the video of that. This thing works pretty good too. And I kind of like this better for kind of mowing the yard, if you will, or areas of the yard. Obviously, you're not going to mow a whole yard with this thing. Then with the regular weeding attachment. The regular weeding attachment is nice for just that, for weeding. But it catches more and it bogs down more, whereas this one, I mean, you can kind of set it on the ball right there and just kind of glide right across the ground, and it gives you a pretty even cut relative, right? Anytime you do this kind of number, unless you can keep it just smooth and even. it's going to be different, but relatively, it's pretty good. Now, one thing I don't like is that the weeds and grass, which when I was really in the deep stuff, got wrapped up around here, bogged it down. I had to turn off the unit and clean that out. I guess that's the nature of the beast. That's just the way it is when you're doing some heavy work with this stuff. I showed you how to put this unit on, so we'll put the Weed Eat unit back on. Basically on the sides, there's two little tabs, one here and one there on each side. And you just push those in and it just pops right off. And then we'll put the little Weed Eater unit head back on. And it has those same two little tabs and they just push right in. So it just pops right in like this. And it's got a spring in there, so you kind of got to push it against that spring, which gives it some force. So just like that. And then if your string gets too long, there's the little blade right there that cuts your string off so that it stays safely inside your safety guard. So I use the pole saw attachment, you saw that. And that thing works like a champ when you're doing some pruning. I really like this attachment. And then, of course, like I said, you saw me use the brush trimmer, brush hog attachment. It does a pretty good job. It's got a little block arm there so that it will pull that stuff into it. And it did a great job, as you saw in the video. Obviously, it ain't made for cutting down big trees and stuff like that. If I was going to do a lot, this brush attachment came with this extra handle. I would probably take the time and put this on my engine unit, but with what I was doing, this was just fine. So that's the 4-cycle 30cc Craftsman yard multi-tool. Thanks again for watching, appreciate it. Follow us on our social media, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter at LivingCooper. And check out our blog over at LivingCooper.com. We appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, leave some comments, some encouraging words, and even some critical words. That anything that we can use to help make our channel better. Maybe you've got experience with this trimmer or a different trimmer that might even be better or worse. Any kind of information you can share with our community would be great, so we can all learn. Hopefully you learned something today. And please give us a share. Share it with other people who might be looking for this kind of information. And then we really appreciate it if you would subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified next time we upload. And check out our other videos. We got other review videos, how-to videos, and crafting videos. And then we'll see you guys next time.
Keep watching.